Hello and welcome to another episode of the Business Spotlight series. My name is Claudia Thompson, and today I'm here with Natalie Cranston, owner and salon director at Beautifully Gorgeous Hair and Beauty. And you have just celebrated 18 years at the salon.
Oh, you've done your homework well.
Of
Yes.
course. So that in itself is already an achievement. But I'd
Thank
also
you.
love to read your LinkedIn description, if that's okay, because it really stood out to me. You say, I'm a hairdresser at heart, but have a good business head. I'm very proud of my expanding team and our customer care skills. We are a very forward-thinking salon. Our fresh approach to our customers and guests is second to none. Would you say that is the secret to running the salon for 18 years?
Absolutely. And there's so many more things. I could talk about it for hours. So I believe that, well, what do I believe? If we don't have guests or clients, we don't have a business. So we very much treat our clients, they're a gift. And a gift should be looked after and received well and thanked, and be a big thank you for that gift, and look after that gift, because you could just drop it and then it breaks and then you can't use that gift again. So we kind of translate that into our customer care. And it's I do have a business coach, and she has trained us, and it's just so elegant. It's give beautiful service, do beautiful hair, and all the other little bits should sort themselves out. Now that's a very lovely roses round the door kind of thing to have that approach. But if you are doing those two things, the other bits naturally occur as well with your policies and your procedures. So it's, yeah, customers need us, we need customers, and customers are everything. And without them, I don't have a business. So it's, yeah, they're our gifts.
Oh, I love that. I love that framing. I've never heard that before, to consider customers your gifts, because yeah, it puts everything into perspective, and it makes you every process that goes on in the business or doesn't go on makes you question that. And
Oh, yeah, for
did
sure.
you always
Yeah.
have that thinking?
I think I come from a family where we've been mostly had our own businesses and self-employed, and there's been an industry with element of customer service massive. And my mum is the biggest advocate. She always trained me to nothing's too much for your guest. Nothing is not good enough. Like, you do your best all the time. You deliver with integrity, and even if you make a mistake, as long as you've delivered with integrity and you sort it out, and it's how you deliver that side of things, then you'll be okay. But you have to raise the bar. Whatever everybody else is doing, you bring it up there, you go a little bit further, and that's it. There's nothing less than that.
Wow, as simple as that.
Well, yeah, we have our hiccups, of course, but I always we do have a way that we train our team as well, that how we use our analogy with if we make a mistake. I mean, would you like me to share that with
Sure.
you?
Yeah.
So it's a bit odd. It's got nothing to do with hairdressing. So the way I train our team to understand when a mistake happens is you always have to think about how you would feel if something happens. And inevitably, in any business, in any industry, it's not always about the mistake. It's about, I mean, we don't want to make a mistake. Of course we don't. But it's about how we deal with the mistake, is what people remember and how it's delivered. So we use the example of, you go to a restaurant and you've ordered a steak. And you've ordered a steak and it's medium, you wanted medium rare. Now they've delivered your steak, the server has delivered it, and it's come well done. And you've got a beautiful portion of chips, you've got your peas, you've got your grilled tomato, whatever those extras are on that plate. But you got a steak, you asked for a steak, but it wasn't quite what you asked for. It's well done, you wanted a medium rare. Now, yes, that's disappointing, but it's how the server deals with it. So if they're genuine and integrity delivered, and oh gosh, I'm so sorry about that, let me take it away, I will take it back. and they re-deliver you with the nice fresh steak. But what leaves a bad taste in the mouth is they've been really nice, that's great, so big tick. But it's they brought the steak back, but they put it back on the same plate where the chips are now cold, and your other incidentals, your peas and your grilled tomato and everything has been left there. And that gives you an uninspiring apology. And that's what you drill in and remember. And it's not about the mistake then, it's about how you were made to feel. So what I say is to my team, if we make a mistake, we're human, okay? It's how we deal with it. So like, we don't want to have many mistakes, but it can happen. So what we do is we take the steak away, we apologize, we take it back and we deliver it back. So we bring back a nice fresh steak, and the chips and everything else have been redone, and the whole thing is done with bells on, and you get that delivered back, and you are definitely like, wow, they've looked after me. And you remember that, and you would recommend them to it's not about the steak was wrong, it's about how it was delivered back to you, and how caring and considerate they have been. So that's how and my team seem to get that a lot easier, like they seem to get that really well. But then, you know what, so maybe it's something really small, like maybe we needed to put a few more foils in, it wasn't quite enough. So what we do is we're like, well, yeah, let's do it now, or let's bring you back in at an appointment time that's convenient for you. And then the way we translate the steak is, of course, we'll do the blow dry for free, we'll do a treatment for free, and then we go the extra mile, we'll invite them back in again for a complimentary blow dry 2 weeks later, just to make sure everything's settled, we keep that customer contact, and that we genuinely know that the customer is really happy. So it doesn't happen all the time, but that's how we deliver it, and that's what people remember.
Yeah, and it's so true. A lot of people think, oh, if you make a mistake, then that's it, and they never come back. But it's actually how you turn that mistake or that, you know, that issue around, and how you react to what happened. That's what creates.
Yeah, and I believe that. Yeah, you have to be open and honest and acknowledge that something has happened. And it may be something really small. We didn't cut enough off the fringe. With the hair is too long, or something. It's not always, it doesn't mean it's a big thing, but it's a big thing to someone, and that someone's really important. So it's important how we make them feel and how we deliver it back. So even if someone said, you haven't cut enough off my fringe, we're like, come on, come back in, we'll do it. We'll deliver a blow dry, complimentary, and a treatment. And they go, oh, no, I don't need that, but we'll deliver it. And that's what gets remembered.
Fantastic. So do you ask every customer for their feedback then?
So we use a very, very good salon software system. It's one of the best, I believe. I think they fight it out with another one up there at the top. So our system is set that every new customer receives a review via text, and they can reply back to that text. And our regulars, they don't get one every visit because it would just annoy them. So we do it every 4th visit, and that gives us enough to check in to make sure we're delivering really well. And we get reviews that come in centrally into the system, and we get reviews that go out onto Google. So straight away. So I get a notification every time from Google Business that there's a review out there. I reply to every single one. If we ever get a review that's not quite where it should be, I'm on it straight away. I'm on the phone. And again, we follow the steak dinner analogy. Example.
I'll never look at steak the same way again.
Sorry about that. I just
that's all right. I might
it.
steal that. It's beautiful.
Yeah, delivering back the completeness of it. It's not really about the steak, is it? It's about how it's dealt with and how you deliver back, getting it right for somebody. And it's tough out there these days, and people want to feel special and they want to feel respected. And there's nothing more than that. So, and it's, you know, we're human, but we do a pretty good job. I've emphasized so much about mistake. We do a good job, like normally.
Well, you've been going for 18 years. You must be doing something right. That's for sure.
Yeah, we try. We do our best. Yeah.
You referred earlier to your team. What are the qualities that you look for in employees?
I love that question. Integrity, reliability, consistency, We also, for the last few years, what we have done is before anybody even gets to contract stage, when a job offer is, we're going through that process, we now have job agreements with full job descriptions on there. So, and that's been really insightful to the team about what our brand is, what our culture is, what's expected of them. So there's no surprises. That you didn't tell me that at the interview stage that we're going to do that, and didn't tell me that we're going to do this. So that has really helped us pinpoint and find those team members that are open-minded, wanting to learn, and ones that are more established and doing a great job. We're not having too bad a time of recruiting. And I feel that recruiting has become very, very difficult, but we've dug deeper. There's some great fish out there in the sea, and you've just got to send your hook out a little bit further. So what do? I tore up all our adverts. I think the first time I did that was a couple of years ago. I looked at what in my industry, what everybody else was doing. Great stylists required, experience of 3 years minimum required, top wages paid, but there wasn't really anything. It was everybody does the same. So I thought I ripped it up, opened up a bottle of wine, red bottle of wine one night, and on a Saturday, all evening, it took me hours, I rewrote a job description for a stylist, and it stood out there. I obviously had to do lots of amendments on it, but it really made a difference. Because I put the effort in, I kind of gave our message of who we were, what we were about, what our culture was about. And we've had, when we do recruit, we've had definitely a better level of interest and a better level with the caliber of quality of staff. So it's hard work, really, really hard work. But you sometimes, if you don't change your advert, you're not going to get a different result. Your habits and your beliefs of, I'll just get that out there, that'll be fine. But you never really get the right kind of person of what you're looking for. If you don't change something, you're not going to get a different result. So I had to take that on board and go, yeah, I need to look at our advert. I need to take some responsibility and look at it. And yeah, we have a really nice team, lovely people.
Yeah, and it proves the point that people, because so many business owners that I speak to, and they're thinking about hiring, they're like, oh, I can't pay the highest wages, other companies pay more. But it's not just the money why people choose to work for your company. It's the whole, what's the brand like, what's the atmosphere in there, and the fact that you took the time to write all that down. It's like, this is what we're about, this is who we're looking for.
Yeah.
Just proves that can be magnetic and can attract the right staff.
Absolutely. I mean, I would like to refer to it that in my business we profit share. So they get their, depending on experience, their hourly rates, what that may be. And then they also get a percentage of what they take. So if they put, lots in the till, then they benefit from that. We all share the profits. So, and they get commission on their retail sales. So the more they put in, the more they get out, and that's the same with anything. If you're not putting the effort in, you're not going to get it back. But I've taken a punt on some people that have, wanted a bit more money. And it's worked well because they've delivered and they're booked up and they're taking the money so you can afford it. So, you do have to do that. It is a bit of the chicken and the egg, worrying about what's going to happen. But in my industry, you do need to look at what you can do. I'm big on education. I'm sending my team. I'm just trying to think. One person was up in London last week. That will be this year her third visit, I think, this year alone. So, spending money to take them up there, paying them to be up there, paying for the course. And I've got one person that joined me in January. She's been to London about 5 times now, and her skill set is already good. But I believe in the investment of education to help the team get better and grow. They don't always listen to the boss, I would say. They want to go and be inspired, for us to go into a classroom where it's a really great safe space. You've got time to breathe, you've got time to experiment with a new color or whatever that course may be, whether it's cutting or coloring. And if they make a mistake, it's okay. And then they, with the trainers, they can go, well, why did that happen? What was that? And they learn from it. Mistakes, we celebrate mistakes because they learn. That's the best time you learn.
Yeah,
So,
fantastic.
yeah.
And yeah, again, so true. And what would you say have been your biggest learnings as an employer?
Yes, I've made many a mistake on the way. I would like to say hand on heart, I've delivered everything I've done with integrity. The message has always been the same. Maybe in my younger days, I may have said it the wrong way. So you've got to learn from that. It's like becoming a parent. No one gives you a rule book and say, here you go, that's how to get it right, spot on. You learn by life experience. I definitely benefit from having a business coach. I can phone her up and go, oh my God, no. But that's not very often anymore. Gosh, yeah, so many things. I can't even answer that one without it being 2 hours long.
Although it's good that you take the learnings and the lessons and then you do better next time.
I go on 8 courses a year with my business coach. There's other salon owners there. Some of those courses are the same, but they're not the same because they evolve and they get updated and like they just evolve. Everything evolves. So, and we never remember everything, do we? So we may take 20% of a course, or we're 80-20 elevated with we're motivated. It's amazing. It's wonderful. Like you're 80%, I'm going to do all this. But maybe the reality is you do the 20% of it. And then you go and it's just hack. You just don't give up and you just get yourself back up. I think the biggest thing you can do as an employer is when you make a mistake is be able to own it as well. It's not very often at all that I get have a reason to get cross really. But if there's once in a blue moon and I can, I maybe have not worded something correctly, the biggest thing you can do is be able to go back and say, you know what, I didn't play that out so great and I'm really sorry. We should have done this. How do you think we should have done better? And my team sometimes have gone, oh, that's quite nice that the boss is acknowledged, but we're all human. We make mistakes. It's, but as long as you learn from it and move on and get better from it, it's not the end of the world.
Fantastic. Again, you're showing that you can make something good out of something that maybe didn't go quite right.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, if we went through life and everything was perfect and tickety-boo, I don't think we'd appreciate the highs and the lows. There's peaks and troughs, and they're normal. There's the algorithm of what goes on. My team, I tell them when they're in the beginning of their life in hairdressing at the early stage, it goes up like this, and then they'll learn something new and it comes down again, and we have to bolster them back up. But hopefully that up and down is still on that curve of going up. It's okay to make mistakes, and it's okay to learn from them. It's not okay if you keep making the same mistake, but we have to celebrate that. And sometimes the penny drops, you go, oh yes, that's okay. So, and then you become a better person. That's what I believe.
And is there anything you would do differently if you had to start again from square one in business?
One thing or two?
You can hit me with 2 as well.
One thing I'd recommend to anybody when you open up a small business, I bought a going concern one. It had a nice steady ownership. It's been on the road since 1986 and I was the 4th owner. If there was anything I could have done better, the one key thing, I would have made sure that I had a marketing budget. I went to as much as what I could afford to do to purchase the business. I wish that I could have had another £5,000 I mean, that's a lot of money back 18 years ago, to have really been able to nail marketing, and that's very different now. So there wasn't really the Facebook and stuff like that, but so marketing with in the newspaper that was going on, like flyers and stuff like that. And yeah, just that marketing budget. I would say to anybody, try and find that ring fence, whether it's £1,000, 2, 3, 4, 5, or whatever that budget it may be. You have a bigger budget. Don't underestimate the power of that. And I wish that I had given myself more time for planning, but I think everybody does it full on. We're really motivated. I'm going to do everything. And you do, but you do need to give yourself time to breathe, and you do need to give yourself time to run your business, not work in it all the time.
So spend more time planning and allow for a marketing budget.
Yeah, definitely. They're really important. Really important.
Fantastic. And you mentioned earlier you wrote your or rewrote your job advert on a Saturday with a glass of wine. How do you balance being a business owner with your personal life? Is work-life balance even a thing as a business owner?
I think that I probably work a lot of hours. I think the work-life balance, I think that phrase can sometimes be confused with some people. It's about not working many hours. And I don't think that's, from my perspective, I don't think that's entirely true. I think it's about the quality of the work that you deliver so that you can switch off better. If it means you have to work a little bit longer, but then you can have that time separate, then I think that's what you should do. I have a daughter. She's absolutely genuinely brilliant, understands that mummy loves her very much, and she knows that sometimes I'll finish early so I can go and pick her up, but then it may mean that the trade-off is that when she's doing her homework, I may do a bit of marketing for an hour or two while she's doing her thing. I kind of match myself. It's not always a 9 till 5, but I do give myself time because I can do that. But you've got to plan those things. You can't just go, oh, let's have a think about it. You just plan. Planning is key. But you're always going to be the hardest worker in your own business. That's just part of it. And if you're not ready for that, then I wouldn't do it. You've got to be very committed, courageous, patient, kind, hardworking, thoughtful. You've got to have so many different heads you've got to wear. But if it's your passion and it's everything that you love doing, whether it be hairdressing or whatever it is, do something that you love and love what you do, and then everything else will come together.
Fantastic. What do you think are some common misconceptions that people have about running a business?
So I have this joke with some of my clients sometimes. Have a salon, buy a salon, they said. Get your hair done, they said. Have all the holidays you want, they said. No, none of that exists. Hard work is everything. So people think that they see money going in the till and they think, oh, she's got quite a bit going on there. There's quite a lot going in the till. There may be a decent amount going in the till, but then that means the VAT man, our tax, all our costs, our fixed costs, the rent, the heating, the water, none of that is very cheap anymore. Products and stock is just all the time. The busier you are, the more your bills are. So yeah, there may be a lot go in, but there's a lot that comes out, and people just don't realize the hidden costs. Our music license, all those little things, or our computer as well. I have this conversation a lot with different salon owners in different areas. They're like, what do you use? What system? And I say what I use. Oh, that's a bit more expensive, isn't it? But then we're one of the highest rated salons in around the South Coast. It gives us the marketing suite is amazing. We send texts out for people, emails out for people. We can send digital consultation forms out. And we have an online booking app that doesn't happen for free. So it's just the costs are just massive.
It's almost like what you said with the employees. Sometimes you have to pay a bit more to get a bit more.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm always on Google Business as well. I'm making sure we're keeping up. We're always putting our photos up, keeping things up to date. It's a shame really when people, they don't realize that resource is so amazing what it can do for your business. And people do search on, where do they search? Whatever it is, they go to Google. And if you keep it up to date, the algorithms work in your favor. It's a big funnel, and you got to work at it all the time. You know, there's a lot of information. You've got to put it in there, and you've got to work really hard and nurture. But you don't do all the hard work and then stop. It's maintaining. Yeah.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for sharing your insights. It's been an absolute pleasure. How can people find out more about you? How can they get in touch?
Well, we're Beautifully Gorgeous Hair and Beauty. Our website is www.beautifullygorgeous.co.uk. You can look us up online. Hopefully people would like our reviews, and we'd love to welcome new clients always. The door is always open, and that's where you'll find us, Parkstone Pool, Dorset.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for your time today, Natalie.
That's okay. It's been a real pleasure. Thank you. Take care. Bye. Bye-bye.